Huh? Oh, hello. Yeah, right, yeah. Hello and welcome to the general podcast about general things. I'm Edward.
I'm Scott.
And today we talk about r/no.
No, it was r/watching people die.
Watch people die, yeah.
That will take up about 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Which brings on, it moves to tsunamis.
Tsunamis.
Water things. And we answer who will win out of the Incredible Family.
Yeah.
We'll give you the factual answer. We run tests on that.
Yeah, huh?
We know the
right
answer.
here.
We know the answer.
We are sitting looking at the diagrams and the facts and the graphs.
Yeah.
And also, we got models.
Exactly.
We do.
Yeah. No. Yeah. No,
Wait,
we do.
Oh, yeah, sorry. No. Right,
then,
illusion.
And then we talk about Futurama.
Yeah, Futurama.
And yeah.
It's a good one.
It was a good one. Hi, Mark. You're not posting, you're just following.
I'm just following,
Yeah.
but I've got 12 followers already. And I only follow 4
Well, I
14
noticed
people.
when you start following meme accounts, so many other meme accounts start
Will follow
following
you.
you after that.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Just because they want you to follow them back.
I guess so, but
Yeah.
like I don't follow anyone back.
No. It never works.
No, it's like I'm not gonna say that, but it's just kind of it's almost like follow bait, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
clickbait, follow bait.
They want to try and find people in their demographic and latch onto
Yeah,
them.
but just to say, oh, there's a new meme account, and then just like follow, not follow for follow, but follow for. I mean, I'm sure in like a month's time
basically a follow.
I'll have like 3 followers, but that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I obviously didn't do this for followers. I just wish I could separate the memes from
your private life.
Yeah, from the personal. So
Yeah.
and also the annoying thing about Instagram is it doesn't show everything in chronological order
No.
anymore, which is fucking annoying.
The funniest one I ever saw was that it was like 2 days after I follow a bunch of Liverpool accounts, and 2 days after we won, I saw great win, fantastic result. I was like,
It's just like,
thanks,
yeah,
Instagram.
shit
Yeah.
ages really quickly on social media.
Yeah.
Don't show me stuff that's from 5 days old.
Yeah, exactly.
And like, I don't mind because if you follow someone new, it like say their last 3 posts,
Yeah,
it will show it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
which is fine if they and like you can misstate that and like things, which I have done, and then be like, oh shit, that's from literally 5 days ago.
Yeah.
Kind of like, oh, I'm not actually stalking you. It just came up.
It just
I'm
came
really
up on
sorry.
my timeline. Yeah, it's not like you're actually being a creep.
No, not always. Anyway,
So what's the headline?
Airplane forced to make emergency landing because woman's crotch smelled so bad. And again, just like last time, there's a picture of the woman's face. I got no idea whether this is real or not. It's just on Instagram. It's just really funny.
I have something. Remember ages ago? Well, not ages ago. Oh, we should say sorry for the week out.
Yeah, there was a week out. This is also no, actually.
If this goes out today, it's not going to be late.
No, okay.
I shouldn't be on Instagram. What am I looking at? So ages ago, Eddie mentioned a headline about cookie dough exploding in someone's vagina.
Yep.
And I was like, because you saw that on Instagram. And I
did see that on Instagram.
Is that real? It is real. CNN have said, and I'm going to try and pick out the good quotes. An incident coming out of Greenville, North Carolina, is just one example of what some people will do around the holidays when they are short on cash.
I guess, yeah.
A 34-year-old mother of 3 is now under arrest after shoplifting incident turned tragic.
Tragic? What, did she die?
She grabbed a can of pre-made Christmas cookie dough.
Yeah.
Green then lifted up her skirt and made the can of cookie dough disappear.
Ooh. That's a really horrible phrasing.
Security said, I told her to hand over the cookie dough.
Would you really want it back? Just let it go.
And, they didn't know it was up her vagina.
Up her JJ.
And the security guard said, that's when she turned around and started to run. So I grabbed her by the arm. She put up a good fight, and that's when I tackled her to the ground.
Oh, no.
Then I heard a loud pop.
Oh,
and the lady started screaming.
Oh, no.
Gooey cookie dough was running down her leg.
Oh.
It was so damn gross.
So damn gross.
So yeah, because we weren't sure if it was heat or something, but now we're sure she got rugby tackled by a security guard, and it exploded to China. That's so bad.
You know, like bubble wrap.
So bad. Yeah. Yeah. It would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Just push it too hard. Boom.
Well,
Yeah.
See, I wonder. Was it tragic? Did it explode upwards into a vagina, or did it explode?
Well, it must have come down if it
of
was trickling
vagina?
down her leg. Probably had a bit more force to get.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know how
That's
good
horrible.
that seal is. But Jesus Christ, if you're willing to do that for Canada cookie dough, just let her get on with it.
Yeah.
Just like cut
Just
your losses.
applaud
Just
it.
say, nah, I don't
Applaud
want
it.
to.
Be like,
Just keep an eye on it from then on. But
Yeah.
that one time, you just say, ooh. It's like, there's I saw a GIF on Reddit. These two younger couple were stealing were shoplifting. And their friend gets distracted, and it's because an armed robber comes in and starts pointing a shotgun at the guys at the shopkeeper's face and everything. And then the caption was actually lawful evil, which is quite funny, because they started gathering like shoplifting as well, and then they were like, oh shit, like he's about to like rob this guy. And then one of them went round one of the aisles. The little kid rolled his skateboard out, and like to hit the side of the counter in which he was robbing.
Right.
And then the little boy, like, well, he wasn't little. He was probably like 15 or so, but he looked quite small.
Yeah.
He was clearly quite, teenager. And he just went round the back of the aisle, and wasn't just to hide from him. And then it like baited the shotgun out and like looked down the aisle, because he obviously thought there's no one in there. And then he got rugby tackled from behind by the second guy.
Oh shit!
And then they pulled
teamwork.
They pulled down a stand on him and like not crushed him. I don't know how real this is. I just saw it. Picked up his shotgun, gave it to the shopkeeper, and then and then shoplifted from him anyway. Like they took their bag full of stuff from
The person that rugby tackled the bloke.
Yeah, he still shoplifted them.
Right. This kind of happened to me the other day. I was walking in a shopping centre. I don't know if I've already told you this. In Wickham.
Yeah, you did.
And the bloke, I'm walking past and I see a bloke come out of a shop carrying a big running machine, and it's probably worth about 300 quid or something like that.
Yeah.
And he's just carrying it. I look at him. He looks at me. Don't really think much of it. Think he's a little bit weird. But then he looks away from me in the corner of his eye like that, and he catches the glimpse of a security guard, and immediately, within seconds, literally half a second, they both knew I'm going to have to run and I'm going to have to chase this guy. Immediately, the guy robbing was very tall, about 6 foot above.
Yeah.
And the guy chasing the security guard was quite small, about 5'10" or something like that.
Yeah.
And he spider monkeyed on the back of him, grabbed his arms around his neck, put his legs around his legs so he couldn't move them, and sort of jolted like that and brought him down to the I don't know why I said like that, you're not going to see that.
Yeah.
And he jolted him down to the ground.
There was a swift hip action to the right.
There was a twist of the body, and he brought him down, started pounding on him. The taller bloke, the robber, got up, put the security guard up against the wall, grabbing him by the shirt, started pounding on him. And then the security guard's reaching for like a pen kind of thing. It looks like a pen, but he presses the button, and within seconds, a second security guard comes out of what looks to be the wall.
Yeah.
But I found out later that they have their brakes in little tiny rooms scattered about, so if they need assistance, then they come out of these walls like
clever
spiders. Yeah. And he then rugby tackles the robber again, starts pounding him. The robber manages to still get up, and then a third guy comes from the other way and rugby tackles him. And I'm watching these 3 people pounding on this bloke, and I'm looking at the box that's worth like 300 quid. Every single security guard in that whole shopping centre was probably on that guy.
Yeah.
And I was like, I could just take this right now. Everyone's watching this guy getting beaten the shit out of. everyone's attention's drawn from it. It's just lying on the floor.
I might have it.
Exactly. But then I saw the treatment he was getting, and I was like, I don't want that.
There's no point, no.
But then I saw my friend who was actually a police officer in that town, and he says everyone that's caught shoplifting will make a formal complaint about the force used by these security guards in the shopping centre.
Yeah.
And
because you don't really need a license, the
no,
security guards.
And they can't really be like
just paid to be brawly.
And to be fair, it worked, and they deserve it, I guess. This bloke looked like
yeah.
But it was brutal, but it was very exciting watching stuff like that. It was one of those moments where like he started running the other way after he got taken down for the second time. I was like, if he started running towards me, what would I like try and take him down? Or something? I don't think I would. I think I would have just been frozen. Like, oh, this is amazing. I'd like to think I would have attempted to like trip him up or something, but I don't know. You just don't know in those sorts of situations.
No, you don't know. It's I don't know if you've seen a subreddit called r/watch people die.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a thing.
I've seen certain videos like cliff diving gone wrong and parkour fails gone wrong and stuff like that on YouTube, which is the thing. And I'm sure some of them, like 5% of them, probably was death. Yeah. If not.
Maybe. Yeah.
Making them...
there's serious injury there, at least, yeah.
I saw a really bad one.
Yeah,
I remember it was, when like on an apartment building you can spider up the wall.
Oh yeah, and then he fell
between the window. There was that really popular one, but this one was a different one, and he was so high up, high up. There wasn't even hedges or anything like that. It's just ground.
Yeah, and it's falls. Really he just falls, and then like you could just see if he could have gone into the ground any further, he would have done. It's just the like tensile strength of his legs and his arms. Just kind of like didn't let his body fold into each other that much.
Oh no, he didn't land on his feet. This one, this is a different. Oh one.
Really?
There was that popular one you were talking about that went around. This one, he just he fell so quick. It was about 10, 12 stories up.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, he was very high up.
Oh, the one I saw was
he fell so quick the camera couldn't see him actually land.
Oh,
but you see him on the floor, and he just looks cold. Like, there's
I'm
no
sure he wasn't cold,
fell into.
But yeah,
he was lying. Oh yeah, but I was like, that man is dead probably.
Yeah, no, the worst ones, like r/watch people die is such a bizarre place because it's horrible, but I find I'm really like morbidly curious, and I will look at those kind of things.
Yeah,
and like I don't look at it too often. I actually just saw it. I saw it commented on, and every time I see it commented on, I can't help myself but look. And there was a GIF on r/no, one of my favourite subreddits, where I think there was 4 of them in a car, all like youngish age, all like 20, 22 kind of age, and they go to overtake 3 or 4 cars on it was in Russia, somewhere. I think they were driving a Lada, so I'm gonna guess it's Russia, and there's a lorry coming the other way, and this is dash cam footage of the person getting overtaken. So they go out wide, and then they come out on the left of these people overtaking, and they could have got in right, but instead they slam on the brakes.
Right.
And they lock the brakes.
Oh, I see what you mean.
And instead of like going in straight, they go in at a slight angle.
Get T-boned.
And they got T-boned. Yeah, or almost not T-boned. It was like front
diagonal,
right, yeah, and it wasn't right. It wasn't a good hit.
Did the lorry slap it so it was being T-boned, or slap it so it went straight on?
Slap it so it's being T-boned.
So it's being T-boned, so it flipped it around some more. Right.
Yeah, so it hit them in the front right wing and the front right wheel, and then it hit
and then it
spun them further into the lorry, and you just see 3 bodies or 3 people flying out in front of the car, and then the car that you're watching from hits a few people, and it's like, oh, that's gnarly. But apparently the only person I didn't actually look too hard, but apparently there was a news article on it, and the only person who died in that incident was a person who didn't fly out, who was wearing a seatbelt, because
You're
everyone
joking.
everyone hit them on the way out.
No way. That's quite sad.
Yeah, that's when you know your time's up.
Yeah.
But I saw it. Someone in the comments said, "Asked us to watch people die," and someone said, "Oh, is that a real subreddit? Because I can't see it because it says not safe for work." And someone says, it's a real subreddit. It's
safe for
all
work.
very real. And there's a lot of this like evil ones on there. I went on sorted it by top of all time, and there was a guy who literally was filming himself just like, I'm just gonna rob this guy. And he got out of his car, went up to this old bloke. This is in America. Went up to this old bloke and he was like, "Give me all your stuff." And he was like, "Okay, here you go, blah, blah, blah." And then just shot him for no reason. And it was horrible.
That went round for. He was the guy. Was he the Facebook Live killer? Wasn't that last year? Wasn't that?
I think so. Yeah, I think that's the Facebook Live. I don't know if
that was
maybe
just one day in the year last year. I think it was last year. That bloke just went around killing people on Facebook Live, and in one day I think he got like 12 people or something like that. But yeah, was he an old black guy?
Yeah,
that was the.
I think it was an older black guy. I don't know if he's that old.
That was crazy when that was happening.
But there's a lot of like, it's a really interesting subreddit. It's horrible to say that, but it is a really interesting subreddit because there's a lot of ones that are like, yeah, okay, I just flat out don't want to see that. Yeah. Then there's also a lot of the accident ones are really like, ooh, kind of ones like, stay clear away from the executions.
It's kind of like
and
one
the
up
ones
from
tagged.
Fail Army, isn't it?
Yeah, except it's just extreme.
Yeah.
But like they got tags on them, so you can watch them. Because I use mobile Reddit, just because I just find it easier. And
yeah, it is way easier.
It really is. As someone who wasn't introduced to Reddit when it was like when every website was like that.
Yeah.
But basically, they got the tags on them, and it says shooting or accident or vehicle or execution or blade or decapitation, and it's just like, right, okay, I'll steer clear from those.
Yeah.
I'll go for the vehicle and the accident ones.
Yeah.
And also robbery. I don't mind robbery.
That's what video did on BBC put it up yesterday, saying, "Your decision. Are these the most stupid robbers ever?"
Oh,
did you see it?
Yeah. With when they throw one of them throws a rock at the window, then the other one he walks in front of the other one.
Throws a rocket.
Yeah, and that was
and he's out cold.
Even then, I said, "Is that an arse I should watch people die?" Because is it?
He looked like
he looked like he could.
Yeah.
He was
because he chucked it hard at his
head.
He did
chuck it hard. And one thing you notice from arse I should watch people die is just the way people fall when they die.
That looked more like a knocked out.
It did, but
kind of
like,
thing.
but it's the exact same.
Yeah, it is the exact same.
Because
I think
there was absolutely no input there from anyone's. Like
I could easily crush your skull. The way you chucked it at his head,
and it was the back of his head.
Yeah, and then he hit his head on the ground.
As well. Like
I'm sure they wouldn't have, because I reckon
if that
it was
was
BBC, and I reckon they wouldn't have shown that.
Yeah,
but,
I'm sure they would have actually fact checked it.
Yeah.
But either way,
yeah,
nasty, and that should have been on 1,000 Ways to Die.
Yeah.
That's one of my favourite shows. I love that show. But going back to kind of you don't know what you're going to do in that situation. There was a couple of accident ones where people are just caught in the path of cars, and there's this one.
I've always seen the ones that end
this
nicely. The ones where it narrowly avoids them.
Yeah, I've seen. Yeah,
I've always
that's not
seen
this
them,
subreddit.
No,
not this subreddit at all. That's called r/5050.
No. Yes.
Yeah. Or r/maybe.
That's great.
But there was this one. I don't know if you've seen like the Saudi Arabian like drifting, where they go
in the sands and.
No, they go like there's these like 12-lane highways, and they just zigzag.
Yeah.
Well, there was this one where this guy was literally just walking on the side of the road, and you can see the car coming from so far. It's like, oh yeah, that's like half a mile away.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going about 120, just sliding, and then he loses control and just goes straight into him. And this poor bloke, he sees him coming, and he's looking, and like he doesn't stop and freeze. It's not like a rabbit in headlights. No,
Mm.
he goes to the left and then goes to the right and then goes to the left. And
if
he
just
ums and
decided on
ahs.
one.
And it was like, oh mate, that was not.
Just decide
That
on
was
one and
not
go
good,
for it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's horrible. And like he got hit hard. And
Oh, I bet.
the car, like I think he probably got hit about 70 mile an hour.
Mm.
And he went about 120 feet, 30 feet in the air,
Jesus.
and just went. And it was all coming towards the camera.
Yeah.
And because the most of them are security footages, but there's also this other one. This girl was waiting at a like bus stop, and what's worse about this one is that the camera angle was just slightly off, so you could just see her and the bus stop, but you can't see any of the road.
Right.
And you just see her like she's on her phone, and you just see her like perk up and just kind of go, like fumble and like half run but half stay still trying to predict where it's going because it's spinning out because the car's spinning out of control and then she gets hit.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh man.
Yeah.
But that subreddit is really interesting and like the accident ones are better to watch because there's no evil in them.
Mm.
Also, like, because there's also another one which I refused to watch, which was like an old couple getting carjacked, and they were compliant. And I read the title, it said compliant couple gets shot anyway. And it was like, yeah, not watching that.
Yeah.
I'm just not. Like,
Yeah.
I don't mind watching them because I think I am morbidly curious, and I will watch like there was one. Oh man, there was one. This guy is in India, and you know how they are with trains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, there's this guy who was like sat on. It was in the door of the train, and he was like running alongside the train, hopping back on, and like you know what you do with a scooter when you run your leg along.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was doing that and stuff, and then he trips, and he falls, and then he just gets sucked under the platform.
Yeah.
And he gets run over by the train, and it was like, oh shit, like that was gnarly. Although there's absolutely no warning to what you're gonna see. Like just as the clip ended, they just showed like a few frames of him after the accident,
Right.
which was just his top half,
Right.
just his shoulders, and it was like, yeah, no, I didn't want to see that again.
Yeah,
but thanks.
exactly. Yeah.
But you know, I don't mind those. They're kind of not. They're all kind of part of what you're looking at, I guess. Like they're the ones that aren't premeditated and the ones that aren't
Malicious.
yeah. they're okay to watch.
Yeah.
But when it's just like people being evil to, like not even evil, I don't know. It's like a lesser. It's not lesser, but you know, where it's not even personal. It's just doing it for the sake of it. I that's they're worse.
Yeah.
And there's a couple ones like there was this guy on the back of a like you know one of those like really low like flatbed lorries that aren't almost just vans.
Yeah.
They're not really
Yeah.
where he was on one of those and he was holding like 5 sheets of like 5 sheets of glass which looks like they should have been on a skyscraper, and they fall on him. And just the way just the way he lands, because he falls over on his back, and then the things fall on him again, and they kind of fall together. But like, yeah, and like you just see his arm, and his arm, it almost looks like he gets sheared off just by the way it goes, and it is just not like it's just really. It's not gruesome. It's not horrible. It's just like, yeah, that was just the end. Like it's not. There was no like.
It was quick.
There was no band. There was no like big ceremony. It was just yeah. He got on the back of a truck and he fell off with a bunch of glass, and that was that.
Yeah.
And like I mean, it certainly shouldn't be an open casket, but like it's what's most amazing about that subreddit is about how quickly people just end. Like it's not even like they like it's just lights out. You know, it's just suddenly they didn't exist in their head anymore. And there's also another one where it's like a construction site, and there was like 4 or 5 concrete walls in a row, and they're like conjoined, so like but only on one side. So it was like imagine a four-walled room. One of those walls isn't there, and he's checking something, and the concrete wall he's looking at falls on him.
I saw it, and then the one... Oh. No,
Oh.
that's just it.
Yeah, well,
Oh.
yeah, but he gets crushed, and he gets crushed against
I
the other
didn't think
wall.
you were going to say that one.
He gets crushed against the other wall, and he's like there, and he's struggling. His friends help him, but he dies.
Right.
And it's like that wasn't instant,
No.
you know. But
I
half
thought you
them
were
on there
about
are
to say-
instant, and it's just a really interesting subreddit to
Yeah.
look at and be like, yeah, no, that was just that amount of energy going through them suddenly ended them, and that was that. Like they absorb, that guy with the I also try steer away from the suicide ones unless they're like really quick. And I saw one just like there's just a guy walking like down a car park, and then the body just drops beside him, and they bounce like it's not right. Like properly interesting, properly like gnarly, but I can't have too much of it. But it is an interesting kind of.
With the building one, I thought you were going to say, I saw a funny video the other day. He came out fine. He was looking he was looking at a wall in front of him, and he was hammering away at it, and it came down, and he just avoided it, and he looks at his friend, and he goes, and then the second wall from behind him, because they're attached, comes forward.
Oh Jesus! Premature celebrations.
It was the best thing. But no,
Yeah,
I
that's
do
really
you
funny.
remember seeing the video of this bloke walking down the street, and you can see a very rapid tire coming towards his head, whacks him dead on back of his head, and he's just there. Like that was really viral, and that was on all the Fail Army like best ofs and stuff like that.
But it's weird because I think
But I reckon that actually did kill him. That killed someone in F1, didn't it? A few years ago.
it didn't kill him. It was a.
Oh, the photographer. It was a
it wasn't photography. It's just a cameraman, and he got. I think it was Spain 2013. I think
something like that,
or Hungary, one of the two. And he there was a loose wheel nut, and as I can't remember who it was. I think it might be Nico Rosberg actually. But he.
But it wasn't his fault.
Oh no, but not all. One wheel on his wagon wasn't quite on, and it essentially just rolled off and then went down the pit lane and bounced and hit him in the back, and it hit him in the back quite squarely. So it wasn't
the thing
too
on
bad.
That video, they're heavy.
Oh, they
Tires
are
are
not like
freaking heavy, and there's something that just keeps gathering momentum because they roll and they bounce. And if it was downhill, the video that I saw. And it just hit him square on the head, and it was like the chances of that happening, the chances of it coming off the car at that exact point, of him walking at that exact speed in that exact place at the exact time. It's like,
but it's one of those things.
If you put the chances into a number,
but if you put the chances of a team number being that exact guy, but if you just put the chances of it being of it being a number for someone, it's not. It suddenly becomes a lot less slim. Like there. I don't know how many people are in a pit lane at any one time, an active pit lane at any one time, but
over 200.
I'd say more. Yeah. So, you bowl a tire.
Yeah.
Through,
you're going to hit
250 people. It's lucky that they don't hit more.
I'm talking about the
one.
video that I saw. That's the chance.
Oh yeah.
That's very slim.
Yeah.
I've never seen in my life a tire just come off a car as it's driving, like actually with my own eyes.
I haven't, no. I've seen a exhaust come off a car. That was funny. But
I saw a mattress come off a car once, actually, by B&Q on that little mini dual carriageway.
Yeah.
He just had a loose mattress, and he had a pickup truck. He just had a loose mattress in there.
People underestimate the power of wind air resistance.
Exactly, it just sort of...
And also water resistance. It's the same. Yeah. It's like, going back to morbid curiosity. Do you ever watch, like, the tsunami videos and stuff?
I've seen some, like when tsunami's hitting and stuff.
Yeah,
videos,
and like floods and things.
Yeah,
water is the most powerful thing you will ever witness. They are just like unholy.
Large amounts of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it is just the power of water is staggering, and like people just underestimate it. And tsunamis are so devastating because people underestimate it. And since 2006 or 2004, the Sri Lankan tsunami.
Thailand.
Yeah, and Thailand. It seems to have gotten a lot better, and a lot more people know what to kind of like expect. But I saw one of the most like not eerie. It's not like it's that person had a family, but now they don't. But it was I don't know who it was, but there was a bunch of like it's in Sri Lanka actually, and they looked like some people who lived there, and they had their beach houses on like higher grounds on stilts and everything. And they were like watching the beach as the water attracted, and that can happen in other situations other than a tsunami, but
in that case,
it's not good either way, because another way that can suck water out is really, really powerful hurricanes. So if that's happened, also get inside. Good. Like it's the same.
Someone's coming back.
It's not the same, but like and what was the other one? There's something else, but like you know, like when the water attracts by 3 miles. Big things are happening.
No.
Like, yeah, exactly. And since then, it's been a lot different, and people are much more aware. But this person was just like, yeah, I'll go out and have a look. Oh, this is interesting. And people do get, interested, obviously.
Curiosity killed the human.
Killed the cat. And the human. And these people are screaming at him, run, kind of thing.
Can't outrun one.
No, but you can try.
Try.
But this guy was literally just like picking up rocks, just like ooh, kind of thing. And then he looked up, and there was like a big wall of water coming towards him, and he didn't run. And I mean, who knows what's going through his head? He might have just accepted it. That's fine. But like, you might think it's just a wave coming. I can withstand it. No, he got decimated.
Yeah.
And like there was one.
You see it in loads of little scenarios when just an unexpected wave knocks people off their feet. Just a normal wave.
Yeah.
Not even like a big surfing wave. Just not a little like 1 meter wave. If you're not ready for it, if you can't brace, then that will even knock you over. It is powerful.
Yeah, but you've almost got to go with it. You can't just not withstand it. It's almost like you could just got to roll with the punches because they're coming anyway. You can't fight them. You're not going to be able to take all of them.
No,
you're just
going
to have to
prepare yourself.
You're just going to have to dodge as many as you can. Yeah. That's it. But there's also
you sort of jump with it and you sort of
let it carry you. Yeah, don't try. You just gotta
little ones in the sea.
Oh, little ones in the sea. Yeah, they're fine. But tsunamis.
Well, that's a different ball game.
Yeah. But there was this. I watched this documentary where this couple were in Thailand, and it was actually this had a funny name. I think it was like Fuck Owl or something. It was
probably. Eddie's looking at a map right now and just see. We have a convenient map right behind us actually, which is very nice in situations like this. What have you found? The capital's Bangkok.
No, it's one of the like little off islands.
Let's just go with Fuck Owl because I like the name.
I think it might be Fuck Owl or something. Yeah, fuck it, it's Fuck Owl now. So they're on this little island called Fuck Owl, and it's mostly like a kind of semi-touristy. It's touristy as much as it can, but apart from that, it's just fishing boats and fishing culture. And half the time, like I think there's only one hotel on the island, and it's like a square mile island, with two big like peaks, like two like 400 meter peaks, with a beach running in the middle. That's it. And like half the touristiness of it is you get a ferry in and out. You don't stay on the island, you'll just get a ferry in and out.
Yeah.
Obviously you can't, like, there's no airport or anything, so you're going to be getting a ferry at some point if you're staying there, if you go there. And this couple was just about to get onto, they're just walking on the beach or like waterfront alongside the fishing boats, and the water recedes, and they go, "Oh, that's odd." And it goes down by about 18 feet. It's a lot, and like you suddenly boats are capsizing, like falling over, and they're not even capsizing because you've got capsizing happening in water. You can't capsize on land, but I guess you can. But it just tips over, and boats are being damaged and boats are being destroyed and things. And the locals are just kind of like, right, this hasn't happened before.
Voodoo.
And they're just kind of like, and there too are just like, huh. Well, we're just about to get in the boat. What do we do now? There's no water here. We can't, what we're going to do? Push it.
Walk it. The water's gone.
That's the exact wrong thing to do.
Moses.
That's the exact wrong thing to do. But they, then after 20 minutes of people going and then panic starts to ensue. And then the water comes back. And the water came back within, from completely empty to there, back normal. It didn't come in very fast, not very powerful, but came in very fast. About 2 to 3 minutes. And then they're like, oh, there's a big wave over there. Kind of thing. And and it was almost like a riptide. It said it looked like a riptide. It was just white water.
Yeah.
And there was a military boat. And they saw they're like, I can't work out actually how big that boat is.
But the wave just went over it.
Pretty much, yeah. The wave just went.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gone now.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah.
Is what just happened. You're dead. We've decided that's that.
Yeah.
And then they went, oh no! And they ran and they
Let's
got.
hope
And they
that's
went
a
uphill.
toy boat out there.
Well, yeah,
remote control boat.
They kind of went oh,
Yeah.
it's one of those things that you almost have to see to believe it.
Yeah.
And natural disasters and those kind of things. I wouldn't say I'd like to be in one, but I'd like to know what it feels to be in one. But I think tsunami. I'm not a very strong swimmer, so I think tsunami would actually be probably one of the worst.
For you, yeah.
Yeah. Well, for anyone. I mean, the thing is that there were more that Sri Lanka is more deadly further inland than it was in the sea. Well, if you're in the sea, it's not a big wave. It's just a big it doesn't break. It doesn't crest. So you could have so fishing boats were on there from 8:00 in the morning to 8:00 at night, and they just went whoop.
Yeah, exactly,
and then they left and their families all there, and they came back and their family wasn't there.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, yeah, you're right. It is dangerous when it breaks.
Yeah, that's that because when it because essentially what happens is a wave starts to break when it gets shallower, and the top part of the water essentially accelerates faster than the bottom part, and creates a wave and creates the breaking of the wave, and that's the most dangerous bit.
Yeah.
But when if you are on the beach and you are the first to essentially get hit by the wave, it is less danger. No, that couple didn't survive. Well, they did survive.
That's all, bless you.
Thank you. They did survive, but they got hit by the tsunami, and they got dragged out to sea, and they got dragged out about 3/4 of a mile. So they said they're in a washing machine,
right?
And over the course of 90 seconds or whatever, they were getting tossed around, and they got dragged under together, and then got let out together, and all of a sudden they were just they said they're about half a mile from the shoreline, and
oh wait, did they die?
No, they lived. But the bloke had
did they tell anyone?
The bloke was impaled and things on his leg and shit.
Right.
And that's the most dangerous bit, is when you've got debris in it.
Yeah.
You can't it's almost it's not a wave then. It's not water. It's literally 80% debris and 80% debris and sharp. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. 80% boo-boos, and 20% water, and it you will just it's not even a you won't drown. You won't like. You won't. You'll get bludgeoned to death. That's all it is. You won't drown.
Oh yeah, that's a cheery way to.
Yeah. Sorry. Also, I have a cold.
Yeah. Wait, you just sneeze, didn't you?
Yeah. It's really. It's like.
Before we go, I have a quick question. I saw a trailer for Incredibles 2.
Oh,
and it made me think. If they were all to fight each other, who would win? I'd say Violet.
Yeah. No, Jack. He can shapeshift.
Baby.
Yeah. Absolutely, Jack.
I thought he could just set himself on fire.
No, he did loads of things. Did you not watch the trailer?
Oh.
Oh my god.
Has he changed now?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, part of the film. But most of the film is because Elastigirl goes off and like fights crime and things, and then Mr. Incredible. I can't remember what his name is, but Mr. Incredible has to look after Jack. And he can't because like every time he gets angry, every time he cries, he shapeshifts into like a monster and like tries to fight.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
Yeah. Well, I still think invisibility is the strongest power you could ever have because you could just
time
turn it off.
But being able to bend time would be the most powerful.
Yeah.
Because then
that would
you
just
literally can't.
That would just
There's no
freeze the problem. Whereas if you can go invisible, you can let the problem deal with itself.
Then there's still a problem.
No, because say if you're,
it depends what the problem is.
Say if
you're a
in a
superhero,
fight,
you're doing loads of things.
And there's a very strong man, and there's an elastic person, and then you can be invisible, right?
Yeah.
And then if you're invisible, what you can do
is
become invisible,
right.
let them two fight. If you freeze time, you can freeze time, but then you're still going to have the same problem when you play it again.
Okay.
If you know what I mean?
Yeah, or you could pick them up and put them in a volcano type kind of thing.
Right, so you're saying you can freeze people?
No. Freezing time, like the whole point, like, because freezing time isn't a power unless you can be unfrozen whilst everything else is
right.
frozen.
I
thought that was presumed. Like, otherwise,
See,
I've frozen time like 8 times since this conversation started.
Have you ever watched Click?
I haven't.
See, that power comes with a very sad baggage.
Yeah, because it doesn't he get like...
Because he clicks so many times, he pauses time, he loves to pause time.
Yeah.
And then he is now all of a sudden 80 years old, where his kids are still 17 because their time's been frozen, his is still carried on. So everyone you love and everyone that makes sense. You get friends with, every time you pause time, which if I could pause time, I'd pause it almost all the time. And I'd just age and everyone else wouldn't.
I understand that. I get that.
Whereas being invisible, you could still kind of freeze time where you can do stuff without being seen.
Yes. You could do stuff without being seen. However, if you freeze time, like, it doesn't, like... The sadness and the moral kind of compass of being able to freeze time doesn't really
throw you off it. You still
negate doesn't really negate the fact
that's
that
the thing.
The point is the most powerful thing that you are, and if we presume that you don't age in that kind of time, then you're the most powerful thing. I don't know if you saw the final episode of Futurama. They.
So I did it again. I just shook my head. I said no, but I shook my head.
Yeah. Is that earlier? You said, he looked out of his corner of his eye like this, and I was just like, yeah, they don't know.
Yeah.
But basically,
I'm bad at that.
Yeah. So am I. But basically, the professor invents a button, which can rewind time by 10 seconds and 10 seconds only, but it also only has a 10-second reset.
Right.
And Fry asked Leela to marry him. And he has this button, and so they go so it goes to a jewelry store. He goes, "Oh, can I see that? That's a lovely
ring,
diamond ring you got there." He's like, "Can I have a look at it?" He's like, "Yeah, cheers." Hits the button and then goes back and just goes, "Oh, that's a lovely diamond ring you got there. Here, can I take it? Yeah, cheers." Can I have a look at it, kind of thing, and then just throws it into Bender and yeah.
So he keeps.
Yeah, so he just keeps the diamond rings and compiles it to one big diamond ring, and then buys her a better diamond ring and blah blah blah. And then he goes to like meet Leela and propose to her and says, "Don't answer now. Meet me in this tower." I can't remember what the tower's called, but it's like, "Meet me here at 6:30 if it's a yes." And then so he's at the top of the tower and he's just like, "It's 7 o'clock. Where is she?"
Mm.
And then so he jumps and commits suicide. And then on the way down, he could see that the big time. There's a big clock and it says 6:30, or it actually says like 6:28, and he's just like, "Shit!" Because I was in the time loop for so long, and then my clock's gone forward, and I have, and everyone else hasn't, and then like,
yeah, it's kind of similar, isn't it?
yeah, and then and then he's falling, and he sees Leela, Leela down on the ground, and she's like, "Leela, I'm so glad you came," and everything, and like, blah, blah, blah. So, like, I was so worried. I was just like, "But you're falling, Fry." And then so he's like, "Oh right, yeah, the button." And then he hits the button, and he's always falling.
Oh,
and he
no.
always falls. And then
That's kind of like when you on the Impossible game, where you put a checkpoint down in midair and you just keep falling into the spine.
and you've basically just created a death hole. You've created a death loop you cannot get out of.
And like in F1 where you try and rewind it, but you've always started spinning.
Yeah, you've always hit the point of no return, and you're just like, "Fuck."
Yeah. That's really sad.
And so, but the professor alongside the button has created this like little like rock thing that means they're untouched by this pausing, this rewinding. So essentially, like it doesn't rewind, but if you're out of it, if you go into it and then you go out of it whilst the thing rewinds, you get vaporized because you're out of sync. Is what I think that's what they described it as. And the professor gets vaporized now and just kind of gets like scattered into the rest of existence. And then so Fry's falling at this point, and he's falling, and he's only getting close to the ground, and he can't be saved within 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And he dies a lot, and just over and over. And he's like, "I'm really bored of dying." Because the guy keeps on clicking the button, and he drops the button, and then like he's falling, and the button's just slightly above him, and then he dies, and Leela catches the button, and is just like, "Whoop," and it's just like, "Oh," and there's a bit where he's like, because like he wakes up and he's falling. It's really funny. And then the button breaks, and all of time is frozen for forever and ever.
Yeah.
And they get spoilers for Futurama. I don't know when it ended, but if you haven't seen it, you should. But basically, Fry and Leela spend like 80 years together in this frozen loop. And like they get married and and they like act married, but everything else around them is frozen for the rest of the time. And then there's this like little flashes that keep on going around, and they're like, "What is that?" And it's like, "Oh, we never know." And then all of a sudden, the professor like comes out of a hole, and it like in reality, and it's just like, "Hey, I fixed the button. Like give me all the button things, and I'll fix it." And then he resets time, and then he so finally they've had their entire life together. They go, "Oh, do you want to do all that again? Do you want to go round again?" I think is what they say. I go, "Yeah, I'd love to go round again." And then so time gets reset, and then they become the 25-year-olds that they always were, and then they live together again.
Oh,
which is really nice actually.
That is sweet. It's a nice way to end it.
There's also another one. They made the professor made a time machine that could only go forward. And then,
we are running low on time.
Oh, sorry. They go forward, and then they like they go to the year 4000, and they go to the year 5000, and then to the year 6000. Like, fuck, what do we do? Because we can all go forward. And they get like, and they're like, right, let's just go till like society actually gets better again, kind of thing. And then they just keep on going and going and going, and then suddenly they've gone through the the sun's heat death, and the universe is dying, and then suddenly the universe starts again, and then they get like
in the exact same.
And
place.
they go to like the year 3012 when the episode aired, and like go to exist that moment. They're like, seems like this universe is the exact same, except everything has happened 10 feet below us. so like the entire universe has been recreated except just 10 feet below. So then they say yes, and then they open the door and like fall out, and they're like, great, cool, that because they're alternate selves have gone to the next reality, and they just keep on like the cycle restarts. It's really funny. It's just paradox, but yeah, no, I like those like little like nice things that go full circle. But yeah, I guess we have been going for
50 minutes.
That's pretty good. Okay, yeah, no, 50 minutes dead on. Right, yeah, cool. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye.